Hi friends, in the previous lectures we are discussing with a linear differential equation with constant coefficients. Okay, in this topic now we have seen how to find solution of linear differential equation with constant coefficients. For that first we have seen how to find a complementary function. There are four cases related to the complementary function. After that we have seen type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, type 5 related to particular integral. Okay, type number 1 belongs to exponential, which is of the form e raised to ax or e raised to minus ax. Type number 2 belongs to cos ax or sin ax. Type number 3 any polynomial. Type number 4 is of the form x e raised to x into phi is a function of x only, and type number 5 is nothing but x into phi, where phi is a function of x only. These are the types useful for finding particular integral when right hand side is of the type 1 to 5. In the last lecture we have seen those equation whose right hand side does not belongs completely or partially to any one of the above types. Okay, means type 1 to 5. Also we have seen one example related to the type number six, nothing but general type that problems right hand side belongs to the completely or partially none of the above. Okay, in this lecture we have to solve one more example related to this type. Okay, okay, this is the type, last type, when right hand side does not belong partially or completely to any one of the above types. Okay, in this type we have to use these two formulas. Okay, these two formulas are very important. 1 upon d minus x is equal to e raised to x integration e raised to minus x x dx, and this is the formula. 1 upon d plus x is equal to e raised to minus x integration e raised to x x dx. These two formula also very important for MCQ's purpose. Okay, in the last lecture we have seen this example: d square plus a square y is equal to sec x. How to find solution of this linear differential equation we have seen. In this lecture we have to see this example 2 related to this type. We have to find a solution of this equation. See, this is the linear differential equation. Here right hand side is what, sine e raised to x. If we observe, right hand side of this equation does not belong completely to any one of the previous types. So its a solution is obtained by finding a complementary function and a particular integral. As same line we have to find a complementary function, but there is a small change in a particular integral. Okay, in order to find particular integral we have to use this type. Okay, so first we have to find a solution. We have to find complementary function of this linear differential equation. For that we have to find first its auxiliary equation. See, the solution of this linear differential equation. The auxiliary equation is d square plus 3d plus 2 is equal to 0. Here is mistake. No, there is no y, because auxiliary equation is what? F of d is equal to 0. F of d is what? Here d square plus 3d plus 2. So d square plus 3d plus 2 is equal to 0. This can be written as d plus 1 d plus 2 is equal to 0. You may find directly root of this quadratic equation in a d. We get root as minus 1 minus 2. Both the root which are the roots, so minus 1 minus 2, both the root does not involve imaginary part, so both the roots are distinct and real. So corresponding to these roots, complementary function is what? C1 e raised to minus x plus C2 e raised to minus 2x. This is the complementary function. Okay, complementary function is the same procedure we have to follow in a problem which belongs to any type. Okay, now we have to find a particular integral for this linear differential equation. See, by definition of particular integral is equal to 1 upon f of d into x. 1 upon f of d nothing but what? F of d nothing but this d square plus 3d plus 2, and capital X nothing but what? Right hand side is what? Sine e raised to x. So pi is equal to 1 upon d plus 1 d plus 2 sine e raised to x. this 1 upon d plus 1 d plus 2 by using partial fraction can be written as 1 upon d plus 1 minus 1 upon d plus 2. As you know how to write the partial fraction of this. Okay, these two root d plus 1 d plus 2, both the roots are linear factor, so 1 upon d plus 1 and d plus 2 can be written as a upon d plus 1 plus b upon d plus 2. Finding values of a and b, we get a as 1, b as a minus 1. So this 1 upon d plus 1 d plus 2 can be written as 1 upon d plus 1 minus 1 upon d plus 2. Why we are using here partial fraction? Because in order to use these two formulae, see here, in order to use these two formulae, it is necessary that denominator must have a linear factor. For that purpose, we have taken partial fraction. Getting me? Next, by using partial fraction, this fraction can be written as 1 upon d plus 1 minus 1 upon d plus 2 sin e raised to x. Now, multiplied sin e raised to x inside the bracket. What do we get? 1 upon d plus 1 sin e raised to x minus 1 upon d plus 2 sin e raised to x. Okay, see now here, this is the first term and this is the second term. In the first term, what do we get? We have obtained that 1 upon d plus 1 sin e raised to x in the first term. In the second term, we have obtained that 1 upon d plus 2 sin e raised to x. Now, we have to solve these two terms separately. See here, 1 upon d plus 1 sin e raised to x. We have know this formula. 1 upon d plus a x is equal to e raised to minus ax integration e raised to x x dx. We have to use this formula. See first this term, do not look on this term. Okay, we will solve these two terms simultaneously, but firstly focus on this first term. Okay, 1 upon d plus 1 sin e raised to x. Here is 1, here is 1, here is e. So a nothing but what? 1, and capital X nothing but what? Sin e raised to x. So use this formula here and here. What do we get? For first term, see, a nothing but what here? A nothing but 1 and capital X nothing but sin e raised to x. Using this formula, first term can be written as e raised to, see here, a nothing but what? 1. See, here is 1. So e raised to minus x integration e raised to x and capital X nothing but sin e raised to x dx. So first term can be written as e raised to minus x integration e raised to x sin e raised to x dx. This for first term. Now similarly for second term, we have to use this formula. Here a nothing but 2. So 1 upon d plus 2 sin e raised to x can be written as, by using this formula, e raised to minus 2x, because a is 2, integration e raised to 2x sin e raised to x dx. Getting me? We have to use only this formula for the first term and for the second term. We have arrived at pi is equal to e raised to minus x integration e raised to x sin e raised to x dx minus e raised to minus 2x integration e raised to 2x sin e raised to x dx. Now we have to integrate first term and second term. Here e raised to minus x outside the integration, so we have to integrate e raised to x into sin e raised to x dx, and here e raised to minus 2x outside the integration, we have to integrate e raised to 2x sin e raised to x dx. So in order to integrate, we have to put e raised to x is equal to t. Okay, e raised to x is equal to t, taking a derivative on both sides. What do we get? E raised to x dx is equal to dt. As you know, derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x into dx is equal to dt. So look on the first side. What do we get? See, e raised to minus x integration e raised to x nothing but t. Okay, and e raised to x dx. Getting me? E raised to x dx nothing but dt. So e raised dt sin e raised to x nothing but here sin t. Okay, so first term becomes e raised to minus x integration sin t dt minus e raised to minus 2x integration. Here is what? Here is a e raised to 2x. We have put here. We have putting here e raised to x equal to t. So e raised to 2x becomes what? T square. T square into sine e raised to x, sine t dt. Getting me? One more thing is that, look here. Here, e raised to 2x can be written as e raised to x into e raised to x. Okay, into sine e raised to x dx. So here there is 2 e raised to x. One e raised to x into dx. We can write dt. Sine e raised to x can be written as sine t. And instead of e raised to x, we have to write t. So this e raised to 2x sine e raised to x dx can be written as integration t sine t dt. Okay, now integrate sine t and integrate t sine t dt. So pi is equal to e raised to minus x as it is, integration of sine t minus cos t minus as it is minus e raised to minus 2x, integration of t sine t. By using integration by parts, we get minus t cos t minus sine t. Okay, now replace t by e raised to x. What do we get? E raised to minus x into bracket minus cos t, t nothing but e raised to x, minus e raised to minus 2x into bracket t nothing but e raised to x, minus e raised to x cos e raised to x minus sin e raised to x. Okay, and now multiply and add subtract, we finally get a particular integral for this differential equation as minus e raised to minus 2x sin e raised to x. So write complete solution of this equation, and complete solution is given by complementary function plus particular integral. Hence complete solution is c1 into e raised to minus x plus c2 into e raised to minus 2x plus pi. Pi is what? Minus e raised to minus 2x into sin e raised to x. Okay, this is all about example number 2. Okay, these are the practice examples. You can solve this example. If you have any doubt, you can comment me. Okay.